Chandra Bose, Subhash said, "I have come to believe that it is time for us to wash our hands clean of any connection with the British government. The best way to end a government is to withdraw from it. I sent in my resignation a few days ago." Shri Subhash Chandra Bose returned to India on 16 July 1921 and met Mahatma Gandhi in Bombay on the same afternoon. Gandhiji advised him to work for the Indian National Congress under the leadership of Deshbandhu Chittaranjan Das in Calcutta. In October 1924, Shri Bose was arrested in Bengal under a law which permitted the authorities to detain an individual indefinitely merely on the basis of suspicion rather than evidence. Subhash Bose was charged with being a principal organizer of a revolutionary movement in Bengal and imprisoned for 2.5 years. In 1928, Subhash Chandra Bose was appointed General Secretary of the Indian National Congress. Shri Motilal Nehru was the party president. The most important debate of the time was whether Congress should demand full independence or remain content with dominion status in the British Empire. Bose wanted complete freedom. At the 1928 Congress session at Calcutta, Gandhiji moved a resolution asking for dominion status by December 1929. Subhash Bose moved an amendment saying that nothing short of complete independence would be acceptable. Although the amendment was defeated, the momentum propelled the Congress to pass the Purna Swaraj resolution, which was adopted at the historic 1930 Lahore session under the presidency of Jawaharlal Nehru. Shri Bose was 41 when he became Congress president in 1938. He raised the ante further at the Tripuri session in March 1939 with his proposal that India take advantage of the impending war in Europe and demand independence from the British within 6 months. He was ahead of his time. Congress rejected this view. Such differences came to a head, and Subhash Bose resigned as party president after Tripuri. He formed the All India Forward Bloc on 22nd June 1939, spurred a new mentality and dynamic alternative to the struggle for freedom. In March 1940, in a speech to the All India Anti-Compromise Conference at Ramgarh, he said, "Our main task is to end imperialism and win national independence for the people of India." In July 1940, he initiated the agitation for the removal of the Holwell Monument at Calcutta's Dalhousie Square. Erected by the then Governor of Bengal, John Holwell, in 1760 to commemorate the alleged death of Britishers in the Black Hole by the last Nawab of Bengal, Sirajuddola. The monument stood as a symbol of India's slavery. On 2nd July 1940, Subhash Chandra Bose was arrested under the Defense of India rules and incarcerated in Presidency Jail. In November 1940, he was placed under house arrest. From there began the most momentous phase of his life and a remarkable chapter in India's modern history. On 27 January 1941, disguised as a Pathan, Shri Bose eluded the British authorities and left Calcutta for independent Afghanistan. It was the start of a remarkable journey that has become a milestone on the road to India's liberation from colonial rule. Shri Bose traveled by train, road and foot to Kabul, where he got in touch with the German legation. The Germans referred him to the Italian mission, which gave him papers under an assumed identity. On 15th March 1941, Subhash Bose left Kabul for Moscow and Berlin. His objective was to set up an Indian government in exile and fight for India's liberation with the help of Britain's wartime enemies. In March 1942, a news item appeared in the Indian press claiming that Subhash Chandra Bose had died in an air accident. This was fake news. A few days later, India heard a voice which stirred the nation. It was Subhash Bose on the air from Berlin. This is Subhash Chandra Bose, who is still alive and speaking to you over the Azad Hind radio. Shri Bose announced that he was ready to take the help of Axis powers in the struggle for India's independence. It was a call to war for India's freedom.